Morning, Joanne. Morning. Who else have we got? See a few faces. Is that Eileen, I think? Morning, Joanne. Thank you for all the little hearts and the little likes. Who else have we got? I think we've got Eileen. I can see another little icon up the top there, but I don't know who it is. Suzanne, morning. Eileen, morning. Barbara, morning. How are you? Got my scarf on today, a bit chilly. Vanessa, morning. Anybody else? It's quite a nice day here today in Aylesbury, really sunny. I've managed to block my window off today, so hopefully it won't be quite so much light coming through, because it usually blinds us every week, so that's quite good. But I need to get a proper blind. I will get that sorted out. Never enough hours in the day, is there? Having problems with the internet, but it's not my end, Eileen, because I'm on live. I'm not on the Wi-Fi today. I don't go on Wi-Fi anymore. Morning, Leslie. Whose son is waving? Oh, my 20-month-old son is waving. Morning. Let's wait for Eileen to come back. I think she's having a problem with her internet. She lives just around the corner to me, and sometimes we do have problems with the internet, so I'm using live data now, so we don't get any cut-offs now, so that's good. Morning, Carol. Morning. No, I know, had problems yesterday as well. Oh, okay, yeah, I know. I got fed up with the internet sometimes. Morning, Leslie. Wait for a few more people and then I'll start. Probably gathered we're not doing fresh flowers today. We're going to be doing a silk heart arrangement. So something a few people have asked me to do. They've messaged me privately and said, would I mind doing some silk bits, which I'm happy to do whatever you want. So if you want to email me or drop me a line or drop me a message, I'll try and do things that I know how to do, and that I think the rest of the group be interested in. So we won't always be doing fresh flowers, mainly fresh flowers because I'm a florist and that's what I like doing, but it's nice to do something different, and there's obviously 50 odd weeks in a year, so it's nice to do something different sometimes. Right, we've got 17 people watching. Linda, morning Linda. Morning. Morning, morning. So I don't know if you heard that, Linda. We're going to be doing a silk heart today. I know a few of you like doing silk arrangements as well, and a few of you have actually messaged me to do some, so we're going to be doing silk today. So I've got my trusty glue gun in case I need it. Morning, Karen. And we've got Christine, morning. Morning, morning. Sue, morning, morning. Morning, morning. Francis, mummy. Morning. Anybody else? We're up to 20 now. Eileen, online now. Good, okay. Good, good, good. Right, so we'll get started. So as you probably realise, we're not doing a fresh flower today. We're going to be doing a silk flower arrangement, and I'm going to be doing it on a heart wreath because it's coming up to Valentine's, so it's quite nice to have one of these on your door. My own one that's on my door that we did for Christmas with the white roses in. Do you remember the one I had, the silk roses in? That's just about looking a bit dilapidated now, so I thought it'd be nice to have something nice on the door. And Valentine's around the corner. Although I'm not going to be doing it red, we'll probably do a red one nearer Valentine's, but we'll do a sort of spring. I've got some spring silk flowers. Morning, Lynn. I've got some eucalyptus, I've got some leather leaf, and I've got some bear grass. Alright, so we're going to be using bits of those. I've got my trusty glue gun ready just in case I need it, and the flowers I'm going to be using these, which are ranunculus. They've got a sort of nice sort of spring, they look a bit autumny as well. I suppose you could have it as an autumn wreath as well, but they are spring flowers, so we're going to be using those. Morning, Lynn. And I don't quite know what this flower is. I think it's like a vine flower, but I picked it up in the wholesalers last year and I thought it was quite pretty. I was going to put it in my autumn wreath arrangement. Morning, Wendy. But I didn't use them in the end, so but it's got some nice leaves, so I thought we'll use some of that as well. All right. So it's going to be mainly sort of peachy sort of colours. And I've also got some sisal, which you can buy in bags. This is a bag, 150 grams. You get this from the wholesalers. Don't know anywhere else you get it. A florist might sell it to you if you're lucky. But I get it from the wholesalers. If anyone ever wants it, just let me know and I'll get you a bag and I'll send it on to you. So those are the flowers we're going to use. So first off, we need to look at your heart and just look at the best side. Sometimes when they bend the rattan or the cane, sometimes you get like a sort of rough bit. So we're going to put the roughy bit at the back. So this is my best side. See, it looks nice and pretty. So we're going to put that there. So the first thing we need to do is just put a little bit of ribbon or something on the back. So we're just feeding, this is just an organza ribbon, and we're just going to feed that through the back, just so it ties on somewhere. If you use your knife, probably the easiest way to do it. It's not always that easy to get through, but we'll try. Just feed it through with your knife. So you've got enough to get hold of. And just tie off enough. Sharp scissors. Same thing with this organza ribbon, you need sharp scissors to cut it. Morning, Zara. Morning. Morning, Luke. So just literally tie a knot. Morning, Chris. Just tie a nice knot, and the knot, obviously you can just hide it at the back. So you're hiding the back at the knot in the back. Just tuck it all in nicely. So that's just where you're going to hang it at the back. Okay. So the next thing we need, obviously, is some silk Oasis. This is the dry Oasis, and this is cut from a block. So I've just cut about a quarter. You only need about a quarter of a block, even a bit less than a quarter, about a fifth of a block. So that's that bit there. And then I've just sliced a bit off the back, because if I put the whole thing on, you can see it comes out quite a way, and I don't want it to come out quite that much. So I've sliced a little bit extra off the back, so I've got a little bit thinner. And I've also just chiselled out a little bit at the back so that it sits better on the wreath. So that's just going to go about there. Now you don't want it too high, because obviously you're going to have some greenery coming out the top, and I don't like it when it's sort of too over the top. So I bring it down about a good third of the way, about here, because you can always put your flowers in at different. Morning, Glenda. You can always put your flowers in at different lengths. So we're just going to attach that now. So just your normal pop tape that you use for your fresh flower arrangements. I can find the end. There it is. And we're just going to attach. Just do it right round the middle for the first one. Just get a nice anchoring. Just go around a couple of times over the same piece. So don't keep covering all your Oasis. You just want to go around the one piece. It's nice and tight and firm. All right. Now these are only silk, so they weigh a lot less than real flowers, obviously. So you can see I'm about a good third down, about a third down on the side. Okay. Now that feels fairly secure to me, but if you weren't so sure, then just do another one, just around, still leaving plenty of room to put your silk. So just do another one, so it's got a bit more anchorage. Morning, Lorraine. Morning, Geraldine. So we've got like that. Okay. Morning, Tracy. Right, let's move around a little bit, which I'm not happy about, so I've just shifted it around a bit. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to outline, like you do with any of your flower arrangements, you've got to outline it. So I'm going to start with the bear grass. cut a few bits off. There we go. This doesn't have wire inside it, it's just plastic, so it's quite easy to work with. So we're just going to use a few of these just to, it's too long. You want them obviously a bit shorter on the top. So you're just coming out a little bit. And you want them a bit longer on the bottom. And you want it so the curve is coming round the side of your heart. So you've got this one coming out slightly this way. Might be a bit long, that one. And this one, you can't see it very well, but it's coming out. It's just coming down the side of your heart. Can you see it here? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do a few more of those. You only need them about, probably about probably about 2 inches, no, probably about 3 or 4 inches at the top. Just get the nice pointy edges. So you're just using the tips basically. We're just putting a few of these around the top first. So we've got like a little spray coming out at the top. You see that against my tangerine scarf. There we go. And then we've got a few longer ones at the bottom. And again, you want the curve. Morning, Catherine. You want the curve of the bear grass to come round the curve of your heart. And this Oasis is the same as fresh Oasis. You can't keep putting it in and out. You just sort of have to put it in and then use it basically. Don't keep pulling it out and pushing it out because this is a bit more fragile sometimes than the see. So you've just got like a few pieces coming down this way. Can you see that? And these are going in the shape of the heart, in the line of the heart, and these ones are coming outwards a little bit. Morning, morning, Anne. All right. So maybe 4 or 5 each side, and then we're going to use a bit of leather. This is the leather leaf. It's leather leaf like we're using floral arrangements, and we're just going to put a few little bits, sort of feed them in and around the bear grass. And on that end. And then a few, you want to do a few around the outside as well. So one piece of leather more or less fills there you go. So one piece of leather, you've got the tip here and then the 2 bottom bits on either side. So I'm using the second piece of leather. I'm going to use this towards the bottom. And then using, so you've got your bottom one here, this is the bottom of the leather, and your top up here. Okay. So using the 2 bits that are left on that piece, if you pinch them, and then you can put them into the Oasis, and it will give you a nice, push them right in deep, and it will give you a nice piece of Oasis sort of flowing out, a piece of leather leaf flowing outwards. Morning, Caroline. Morning, morning, morning. Okay, so we could have a few more. We've got a few more in, but I'm going to use a bit of. I've got some eucalyptus as well. So we'll put a few euc in, and we just dot these around. So we'll just put one at the bottom here. Again, you're always going in the line of the heart. So these ones are going this way, and these ones are coming this way a little bit, because it's an arrangement, but you want to see the shape. Some people would go around at the heart, and you can go around the heart as well, and we can bend some of it around this way as well. But that's basically the shape. So the good thing about this eucalyptus with the silk, you can just move it where you want it. So we'll put a few, just dot a few of these through, just using the tips. This one I got from the range, this eucalyptus. It's really nice. They do two. They do a dark one, and they do this sort of frosted, which looks really like, see the colours? It looks really like fresh eucalyptus. So we're just putting a few bits in. So just dot them around. Okay. The only thing with silk, it's harder to cut, and I haven't got my, you know, those pincers I put on my wire cutters. I can't find them, so I'm going to have to get another one. So I put a link on the in the group about all the tools that I use, and that's what I need to do, to go on there and order another one. There we go. And I've got to do one more. Again, just you can just push these up, not like with the real eucalyptus. You can do that. And put one in the centre. The good thing about the silk, you can bend it and put it basically where you want it. Okay, so that's probably enough greenery. Don't have to leaf shine it, obviously, because it's all nice and shiny. Now the flowers I'm using are ranunculus, and I said we didn't find out what this little one was. It looks like a vine. That'd be a vine because they've got like vine leaves, like a little vine flower. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the buds to outline, because like when we did the any type of arrangement, you do your outlining first. So I've got one of the ranunculus buds, and I'm just going to put that in the top. So that becomes my outline flower at the top, and I'm going to do one at the bottom. So the bottom one, again, is going to come in line with the foliage at the bottom. Oops, it's going to come in line with the foliage at the bottom. Okay. There we go. And what I've done is I've just bent that one round a little bit, so it sort of goes a little bit around the bend. So these are your outlines. Do a few. I'm going to use a couple of these other ones that I've got on this other plant. I don't know what they're called. We'll outline with two of these as well. And they've got a lovely sort of like a vine leaf on it. I have to find out what this flower is, but I'm not quite sure. Again, that's another sort of texture. So we're almost going in, like remember we did before with the diamond shape. You're kind of doing your diamond shape again, but you're just curving it around. Morning, Sean. But just curving it around. Just curving it around this way. So we'll put one at the top, a bit long that one. So you can see we're keeping the shape of the heart. The most important thing is you keep the shape. So we're doing an arrangement. We've outlined all the foliage, and now we're outlining with the smaller flowers. Okay. Right, so now we're going to go in with our focal flowers, which are the main ones, which are the ones that the focal flowers are the ones that your face is, your eyes drawn to initially. So look at that beautiful ranunculus. Still got the label on it. You can tell it's not real, can't you? But they are very, very good, some of these silk. Now these we're going to put in at, doing one at the top. We're going to do three. I'm going to do three. I might actually, do you know what, I'm going to do two because they're quite big. So I'm just going to move that one over a little bit. I'm going to do two, I think. I don't normally work in even numbers, as you know. But because they're quite... No, you know what, I'm going to use three. Sorry. Sometimes I change my mind, as you probably realise. We'll use three. So 1, 2, and then we're going to put a third one in here. So 1, 2, 3. You're doing them in the line, the shape. Morning, Jennifer. Doing them in the line of the shape of the heart. That's the most important thing, really. So I've used my three main flowers. A little bit long. There we are. See? So we've got the shape at the top. You can always fill in, we're going to put a lot more bare grass and bits in like that. But that's your main flowers. You see that? So you've got your 3 focal flowers in the middle. You might push that one down a little bit. A little bit. You can be quite rough with them, not like real flowers. You can bend them in a little bit as well. There we go, a little bit tighter. There we go. Okay. Morning, Dolores. So, I think we'll put a few more of these little orange on. We can't remember what the name is of these, but they're very pretty. They kind of look like a rose, but they're not a rose because of the leaf. So we're just going to dot a few more of these in. We don't want it too clumpy though, so we've got 2 more of those. I'm going to have one more going down my line. Keep this. I don't want all the leaves on it though, because it's going to get too bulky otherwise. So one more flower. Claire. So here we go. So we got your one. These are your outline flowers, the ones at the side, and the one we had down here, the bud. And now we've just followed through with a few more smaller flowers. Morning, Jennifer. So that's basically your flowers. I don't want any more flowers in there. That's more than enough as far as I'm concerned. So we're just going to fill in. I've got a little bit of sisal. We're going to put a little bit of this in. This is great for filling in little bits, just little bits, filling in your holes. Now again with this you're going to do a double leg mount, so you just grab a little piece of the sisal, bend it in half, put your wire against it, bend it, and then twist around the sisal, and can you see that? Around the sisal and the wire, so it's nice and tight. So then you can manipulate those, and we're just going to put a few of these in just to give it a different texture, and it has lots of lovely floaty bits. So again, this is the size. It's from a bag. It's 150 gram bags. You get it from wholesalers. If you can't get it, then let me know and I'll get some and I'll send it out to you. So again, just get a little pinch, fold it in half with your wire. You can do a double leg mount. Pinch it, hold it, pinch it, go around the sisal and around the wire, so it's holding it tight. It's called a double leg mount. Okay, just make it nice and fluffy. These are so light, they're not going to go anywhere, but they just fill in. Just going to fill in around the crown of the arrangement. Just sort of feed it in and around underneath the petals. See, and I've got a hole here now, so I'm going to do one up here. So you don't really need much, just need a little pinch, fold it in half, get your wire, go across the top, pinch it down. Oh, this wire's a bit tighter. Oh, can't do that one, it's too tight. There we go. Pinch it down. So you've got these sort of fluffy bits, and you can sort of put it out to where you want it. So we've just basically gone in between the 3 focal flowers, the 3 anemones. That's it. Anemones. Never thought of using sisal like that. No. There's always different ways to use things. I use sisal a lot. I use sisal in planted arrangements to cover the soil. I use it, I just use it in lots of things. And you get, I mean, when you see people's videos, you get to see what other things people use, don't you? So it's nice. I'm going to put a little bit at the bottom there because it needs to come. I'm going to have it a bit more a bit longer on this one. A little bit longer. There we go. Again, another level leg mount. And this one we're going to leave a little bit longer. I don't know if I want it quite that long, but you can just cut it. And we're going to put that one in the bottom. In the bottom of the silk. And then sort of feed it in and around your foliage. You see, so you get like a sort of, looks a bit bird nesty really, I suppose. Morning Pat, morning Jeanette, morning Christine. So you're sort of you're just filling in as you go down. Don't need too much, just a bit to keep the shape. And I say the good thing about silk is that you can sort of bend them around. So I can see here now that I've got a hole here, so I need a bit of greenery here. Now we've got some of these lovely leaves that I thought I never throw anything out. So I've got 2 leaves here that were on the peachy flower. So I'm going to use a few of those. So again, you can just double leg mount if you're doing these. So just hold it across, pull it down, and with the long wire go around the stem of the leaf and the other wire. Use these a lot in fresh and silk. And then I'm going to go in that little hole I can see there. And then so you can manipulate, see? So now we've got that little leaf there. I remember this is going flat against your door, so they all need to sort of come outwards a little bit. Morning Kathleen. There we go. And it's quite nice, this leaf is quite nice because it's got a bit of a different, sort of variegated, that's what I'm just trying to say. Okay, so again, you put your wire across, pinch it, and then twist. So you're going round the stem and your wire. Okay, now I'm going to put one of these in the middle here. So you've got a few different textures going through, a few different leaf shapes. See, I've got a different one here now. You see, but the idea is that you keep the flow going round. So I think what we need now is a little bit of bare grass. So again, good thing about silk, you say you just use all your odds and ends. You don't really waste anything. So I'm just going to put a few of these in just to have a bit of spikiness coming through the tops of the flowers. So if you just go around the ranunculus at this stage and just outline those, you can find where the Oasis is. You have to move the leaves out of the way when you're going in. And the good thing is, so you can sort of bend them where you want them to go. So just a few around the head of the ranunculus. So just getting a few spiky bits around. Can you see that? So just take a few more tips. You might find it easier to do to put the sisal in afterwards, but I quite like to see the shape forming first. But it's just how you work. Everybody works slightly different. A lot of people would maybe not put the sisal in until the end. But it's all. Morning Thelma, morning Julia. So we're just putting a few more around the edge. And you want these to sort of come round. You want them to come round. Here we go. Can you see that? So, how long did that take? Yeah, about 20 minutes. Not too bad. A few more spiky bits coming down the bottom. Another few more Morning, Colette. So we're just getting that different flow. I'm going to have a few more through the top here. I didn't need my glue gun, did I? Okay. And basically what you want to do then is just obviously hide your mechanics. You don't worry about the tape at the back, but just hide your Oasis. So put a bit more greenery at the side. Again, probably another, if you use one more stem of leather leaf, and just put those around the side, just to hide the Oasis. You don't want anyone seeing that. Doesn't look very nice, does it? So 1, 2. You can do one the other way as well. Sometimes if you do the leaves the other way, it covers the Oasis better. There we go. Well, I can see a bit when I'm looking through the middle here now. You see, I can see bits through here, so you can cover those as well. As long as you can't see. I'm going to use a few of these lovely variegated green vine leaves as well, because they're quite nice. These are quite sturdy actually. They'll probably go in. Yeah, they'll go in as they are. Their stems are strong enough. So we just put a few of those around the side just to hide the Oasis. Morning, Suzanne. So any more. 2 more there. Can I see any holes anywhere else? So what you're all up to today? I'm going to take Bella for a long walk today. She hasn't been out for a long walk this week. Long walk. So we're going to take her out, tie her out today. There we go. There we are. So then you hang up your lovely wreath. You might need to move the wire around a bit. Yep. So that it hangs straight. And there we go. Alright. So that was ranunculus. I'm not sure what this flower is. It's like a small rose, but it's like a vine flower. But all of these are purchased from Country Gardens, Country Baskets. Sorry, Country Baskets wholesalers that I use in High Wycombe. That's right. There are Country Baskets all over the country, as far as I'm aware. But you do have to be trade. So you can try and get an account. But that's where I get most of my flowers from. I did get the leather leaf, and I got some roses. These are quite nice. I got these from Artificial Flowers online. Somebody put it online before. I'll put the link in below, and you can have a look. And I thought these are quite nice for Valentine's. They're actually really quite nice roses. They've got like a tiny little sort of burnt. Not really burnt, but just the tinges of the edges are sort of like a little bit burnt. They look quite old-fashioned. So I'll put the link to the company I got those from in the below the video, and that's today's demonstration. So I hope you liked it. Carry on inviting your friends to the group. We're about 1,500 up now. So please invite all your friends. We want to get up to 2,000 mark as soon as we can. That'd be really great. So I don't mind doing these live demonstrations for you, but if you can invite your friends, that would be fantastic. And we'll try and get the group as big as we can. And the more people that are in it, the more tips and information that you get, basically. So please invite all your friends, and we'll try and get to the 2,000 mark as soon as we can. See if we can do it in a couple of weeks. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I'm sure you've all got loads of friends you can invite. It's quite simple. You just go into the group, and then I think there's an invite on there, and you can invite them all. So have a lovely Sunday. Sunshine in here. So we're going to go for a nice long walk with Bella. and I'll see you all next week. All right, you have a lovely, lovely Sunday, a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you for sharing. Love this and enjoy learning from your demonstrations. Really enjoyed it. Thank you, Suzanne. It's really nice to see your feedback. But if there's other things you want to do, you want to see, please email me or message, or just call it. Just put it in the group, and then other people can say yes, I'd like to see that too, or no, I wouldn't like to see that, and then we can do the things that most of you liked. All right. So today we've used ranunculus, a vine flower, eucalyptus, leather leaf, and the sisal. All right. And as I say, I'll put the links to where I got everything from underneath, and you can have a look. But as I say, I know Country Baskets is trade, so I don't know if you'd be able to shop there. But shop around, have a look in all the pound shops and all that. You do see some quite nice flowers sometimes, if you're lucky. And obviously Dunelms and the Range have quite a nice quite a nice selection. They can get a bit pricey sometimes, but okay. What's that say? Oh, in Nottingham area, there's a shop called Whittington's. They sell silk, etc. Public as well as trade can go in. It's worth a visit if you live in the area. Enjoy day. Thank you for sharing that. Thanks for sharing that, Linda. Yeah, there are places around. You just have to hunt them out. If you live in the Essex area, there's lots of garden centres down there. In a place called what's it called now? I'll put it online later. I can't remember the name of it now. But I used to go there when I had the shop sometimes, and they sell a lot of silk flowers and things, and they're really quite cheap as well. So have a lovely day, everyone. I'll speak to you soon. Great. Bye.